welcome to Food with Joy, where we feed your mind, body, and soul to encourage women to step into their power. I'm here today with a very special guest, and her name is Elaine Larsen. Welcome, Elaine, to Food with Joy.
Thank you so much. This is so exciting for me. It was nice to meet you.
So nice to meet you again. I did get to meet you one other time at the Women of Excellence meeting that we had through the Chamber of Commerce here in Brevard County. And I was so taken by what you talked about that day and your energy and everything that you were doing here, right here in Palm Bay, Florida, so close to where I live, and you live here as well. And I just had to talk to you. I had to get to know you some more, and you just gave me the most amazing tour here of your facility. And so, you know, if you would just tell our viewers a little bit about what you're all about here at Larson Motorsports.
Well, we're all about girl power.
I love it.
You know, I think that's it. I wasn't like this super fast race girl that you see in front of you right now. I actually grew up a little Mennonite girl. My mom was a housewife. She taught me how to bake pies and strawberry jam and all that kind of stuff. But my dad was a farmer, so he taught me hard work. And I met and married my high school sweetheart, and he loved everything to do with going fast and racing. And so we combined our two loves. I like to work hard, he liked to go fast, and we built this huge facility that we're now a part of. Now I get to live my dream with my husband.
Yeah, that's fantastic. And you reach out into the community so much. You have students from FIT, who is your sponsor, right? And other young people in the area. You're always getting in contact with the community.
Yep, absolutely. We just moved here to Palm Bay, and we've opened up our doors to the public, so everyone's welcome to come visit us. We work with anywhere between 15 and 20 Florida Tech students every single day from a number of different disciplines. I drive jet-powered dragsters. They go 0 to 100 in a second, 0 to about 280 in 5.5 seconds. So these are slippery, fast vehicles. So there's a lot of work that goes behind the scenes. A lot of times you see the driver and the crew chief and things like that, but you don't see what happens when you go back to the race shop. So we'll work with anything from mechanical engineering, chemical engineering, aerospace, human factors, the business and marketing side of things as well. So 15 to 20 students every single day come into Larson Motorsports, and we hopefully help them build their dreams. They get to help design and build really fast race cars, and I get to drive them.
Yes, and this is your car right here that we're sitting beside. It's an amazing piece of machinery here. And you showed me all the inside parts, which you know was just tremendous. It's an actual jet engine, right?
It is. It's a General Electric J85. It would have come out of a T-38, which is a little fighter trainer, not unlike you would see right up the street at NASA. They train astronauts in these little planes. Yeah. But we take them and we push these engines to the max. I mean, we get the most power out of them. We'll burn just jet fuel, Jet AM, and it'll actually burn about 2 gallons per second under power. It'll take me about 25 gallons to get a whole quarter mile. So not very fuel efficient, but gotta go fast.
Yes, and amazing. And I did get to see a video. I haven't seen it live, but I did see the video of you firing one up, and it was just tremendous. Like, I couldn't even imagine sitting in front of all that power.
I think that's the part. You know, I'm 48 years old. When I'm not in my race suit, I look like a normal, everyday mom, you know, housewife, business owner, that kind of stuff. Nobody would guess that on the weekends. I put my super suit on, and this is what I get to do. So I think that's kind of cool. A lot of people ask me, when are you going to retire? You know, when are you going to make room for the next generation? Because here at Larson Motorsports, we really are trying to help the next generation of motorsports professional, you know, get their feet underneath them. I have 3 other drivers. I have Dawn, Allison, and Kat. Notice they're all girls. I also had Paige Sanchez, my crew chief. Corey Wiegand, she's an aerospace professional. Chelsea, Michelle, so there's a lot of girls. But let me tell you, the girls and boys, we work together here. I have a lot of guys that work really hard at it, and you know, it's just trying to get them to push themselves a little further.
Well, and I remember part of your story being that, was it you that was told that girls don't race cars?
Girls don't race cars, are you kidding? No, girls are supposed to be nurses or housewives, or, you know, because I grew up in a very small town, and there's nothing wrong with that. Listen, we need nurses. My niece is a nurse, and I love that.
Absolutely.
But girls can be anything, you know, if you work really, really hard and you have that passion, good things happen.
That's wonderful. And you're such a testament to that. You know, you just lead the charge in that area, and you have so many other girls here working. So go girl power. I love that. But like you said, you know, everyone's working so well together.
Yep. It is that chemistry. You know, a lot of times people think that, you know, girls can't work together, or girls and boys can't kind of come together. Some days it's the boys leading the charge and the girls are their biggest, you know, supporters, and they're helping. And the next day it's the girl power, man, and she's leading the charge. And I'm so excited for the future, you know, for not only motorsports, but what's to come. Because, you know, as you get to a certain age, you start taking a look back and seeing what type of legacy that you've left behind.
Yes.
I am so proud, because if these kids are any type of my legacy, I mean, holy cow, what a lucky woman. They come in and they're so passionate. They love what we do. They love to be a part of it. And this weekend, they're going to see it in full action. They're going to be right in the middle of 5,000 horsepower between two cars. So it's going to be 10,000 horsepower. Hair on fire, just blasting down that quarter mile. Woo!
Yeah,
it's going to be fun.
That's awesome. You have a race coming up this weekend in Orlando. And so how many races a year do you do?
Oh, goodness. We travel all throughout North America. So we start out here in Florida, and then we'll hit the road. And we'll do anywhere between 15 races, and then we'll do other shows. We'll be at like the Melbourne Air Show. We like to give back to the community and kind of come back here, because I love showing Brevard County, the Space Coast, baby. This is where we live. This is your race team. Come on out and support us.
Absolutely. And I'm so glad you came to that meeting that the Women of Excellence put on to share what it is that you do, because I never would have known that this was here. So it's marketing is a big part of what you do.
It sure is. We're tucked away in a little corner off from Palm Bay Road, but we are open to the public, and we encourage schools to come through. We encourage families to come through, just to kind of see, because, you know, like the other weekend, it was the Daytona 500, and you watch and see these wrecks that happen, but you don't put yourself as a person. You don't have that connection to that driver. I want you to see this in a different way. I want you to have that connection to who we are and what we do, so that you support us all the time.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, it just made me think, as you were talking about that you did have a mishap at one point. And, you know, I love the way you put it, though. With all good things come a little bad sometimes. But you learned from that, and you did not let that stop you.
Nope.
And now you just have so much more safety and awareness and everything in place to protect you and fuel that passion that you have.
Absolutely. I hit a wall at 280 miles an hour, and now I have titanium plates and screws in my head. But, you know, it's a reminder every single day that life is precious. And if you don't live your life at full throttle, if you don't go out there and you don't push every day to the limits, do you have the guts to go for the glory? Are you going to take that brass ring? I mean, it's all of those silly little cheesy things, but my gosh, who gets to do this? I'm 48 years old. I drive a jet car for a living. Oh my gosh. How does this happen? I live the dream. And if I can't help and give the spark to some other next generation purpose, then I wasn't put here to do this. And I love my life. I literally love my life. I love my family. I love my kids that work with me. I am the luckiest woman on planet Earth.
That's fantastic. And, you know, and that's what I love sharing with our viewers, is that we do hear these cheesy little lines, you know, but you are living that. It's true. It can happen. It can happen locally in your own town. It can happen, you know, from visitors that come from Australia. You have another race car driver that's here visiting you. I sure do. Two worlds kind of come together. I met this girl, Rhiannon Allison, and she's from Perth, Australia, and we met each other on Facebook, of all things. And she drives Felicity Dragwell. She drives a drag race car, and we started connecting worlds apart. And she flew all the way from Perth here, 40 hours of flying with her and her dad, and they're going to come over here and see. They have an amazing program over there, but we want to show them what we have over here and see if we can't bring our two worlds together. So how common is it for women in racing?
Not as common.
Especially this type of racing.
Yeah, jet racing, not as common, but we're kind of bringing it more out a little bit. it's finding that person that has a special spark. It doesn't necessarily matter boy, girl. I just want to find that fire in the pit of your belly. I want you to live it, eat it, drink it, sleep it. I want it to be the first thing you think of when you wake up and the last thing you think of when you go to bed. And I know for Rhiannon, that's what she does. And she's my kind of girl. So when you find that person, you grab on and you don't let them go.
So you do train drivers.
Yep, we've trained. I've trained 6 drivers so far. Actually, a boy too, Jake Elliott. He's my first boy. He thinks it's pretty cool. He gets to be surrounded by a lot of women.
Yeah.
But you know, it doesn't really matter. Jake's a great driver, and you know, when you get in the car, it's kind of like you strip away all of your defenses, and it's just you and your race car. And the ability to become one with it. You've got to listen to it. You've got to make sure that you feel safe in it and that your crew's done their job or you've double checked everything over. So
absolutely, it's your life.
Your life is in their hands. Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. My life will be in Rhiannon's hands this weekend. So I don't know if she wants my job too bad. She might want to be like, she's out. No. You know, I love the passion. My crew chief, Paige, is she's only 22 years old. She is a mechanical engineering student, a graduate student at Florida Tech. Her job is to keep me safe. She's working on driver safety and driver survivability in a crash. And she is so important here. Yeah. And we text each other all the time. I'm like, hey girl, what's going on? And you know, I just want to make sure she's feeling her tops because she's making me safe.
Yes, absolutely. So what advice would you give to not just girls, but anyone? And you kind of did as we were talking, is just to find that passion deep inside.
Yep, I think that's it. But when you find something that fits, I put this fire suit on just a few minutes ago, and it fits. You know, and I think that's what you need to do. You need to keep searching, and when you find something that fits, you'll know it. You're going to try a lot of different things on. You're going to try a lot of different things out. But when that one thing fits, I mean, this is just my, you know, and that's it. Just keep trying. Don't take second best. Don't say, oh, well, this kind of fits, or you know, those pair of jeans that you put on there, they're okay. Wait for it, because something extraordinary will happen if you wait for it.
I love that. Very good advice. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
So it was such an amazing pleasure to meet you and get to see everything that you have going on here, and I look forward to hearing more about you and everything that's coming down the line with what you're doing here at Larson Motorsports. Thank you so much again, Elaine, for joining me.
Yep, make sure you follow us on our website, Facebook, and all social media. You got to kind of keep that charge for the old Space Coast race team.
Absolutely. On Facebook, and what other way?
We have Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and then you can find all of those links on our website at lmsjets.com.
Okay, awesome. All right, well, thanks again.
Thank you.
Have a wonderful rest of the race week.
Yep.
And see you soon.
Okay.
Bye-bye.